Let's review web application's general structure. Frontend includes just three types of files: HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Upon that, CSS and JavaScript are considered to be optional. The main one is HTML file. All files are to be uploaded on the server. When the browser requests the server's address, the server sends back index.html, which opens in the browser and finishes loading of missing CSS and JavaScript files. In case of having an ordinary static server, there can be a lot of index files, and they can be located in several folders. Folder address coincides with the request address. The requests in single-page applications occur another way. The server returns one and the same index.html for all clients' requests. Logic of separate page processing are removed from the server to the client's JavaScript file. The user sends a request, the browser loads index.html root page. This page, in its turn, requests for JavaScript file connected with it. Uploaded JavaScript file reads URL and on its basis shows requested page to the user. It means page transition logic for requests completely shifts to the client. In Angular applications, URL are processed with an embedded router module. But if index.html is loaded just once, and JavaScript file contains only application logic, but not its content, so where final data are from? In our example, it is about page data. Data in single-page applications can be received via HTTP requests. It means all logic, layout, and styles are loaded at once, and then the user loads lighter data in JSON format. Meanwhile, the application page doesn't reload. As a rule, the server is divided. One server presents static files, the other one responds to HTTP requests and interacts with database. A simple static server is already built into Angular. It runs after ngserve command completing. The static server starts locally under localhost 4200. The rest works the same as in the previous description. Thus, we can develop single-page applications locally. And we will use Firebase as a REST server in the future. Now let's define what we would like to use in a future application. TypeScript instead of JavaScript, as TypeScript projects are many times more readable and safer. SCSS instead of CSS to avoid code doubling. Upon that, the browser still can work just with three file types: HTML, JavaScript, and CSS. It means we need to convert TypeScript to JavaScript and SCSS to CSS. Fortunately, a Webpack bundler has already been embedded and configured into Angular. Webpack groups together files of identical types and automatically reconvert them to files of another type. Default settings are located in Angular JSON file in the project root.